Hi, this is Antonio over at Real Men Real Style, and today I want to draw your attention to the Effortless Gent. And this is a blog that I've watched develop over a number of months. In fact, not for sure, Baron. I think Baron's had this for about a year, and now Katie has come aboard. But really quick, why am I bringing this to your attention? I think this is a blog worth your time. I look at the demographic that Baron targets. This is more the younger audience, the man who is, I would say, anywhere from probably 16 to 36. Really, this is the age in which you are still developing your style and you're looking to come in and get some good guidance that's going to take you in the right direction style-wise. So this is the website. As you can see, there's a picture of Baron over on the left hand, but very well laid out. And one thing, Baron doesn't advertise it really hard, but he does design, and that's his another job that he has. I believe he has a design company. In addition, he's working with Katie over at Fifth and Brandon. So I really like this. Here's a guy that has design and he's working with a clothing line. And so he's really getting an inside view. Not a lot of bloggers get this. Now, going back, this is one of his most popular articles, How to Be the Best Dressed Man Ever in the History of Clothing. Man, this is one of his early pieces, actually. And it's been interesting to watch how he evolved. Here he's taking photographs. It looks like he probably just pulled them off the web, but he uses them to hit his points, which I really like how Baron uses the visuals. But this is what I'm really excited about. Baron is getting into visual guides. And so this is a visual guide he just came out with, and it's showing you basically how to look at your complexion and your contrast and to find clothing that suits you. And he's even got, you can pull down a larger PDF and keep this and take it. I'm really excited to see Baron doing this. I myself am doing these over at Real Men Real Style, and I think it's the future. I mean, men, that you want more than just the words written. You also want the audio, you want the video, you want these visual charts. And that's what I'm excited to see. So here's a little bit more about Baron. One thing that I found very interesting is that there was a time in Baron's life when he weighed quite a bit more, and he came down and lost a lot of this weight. And now, as you can see, he's in good shape. But I think that's a very interesting part of his story, and hopefully whenever I do an interview with him, we're going to talk a bit more about his weight loss and how it affected his self-esteem. And with that in mind, here he also talks about the effortless body. And this is a small section. He only has, looks like 4 articles here right now. But I know that he's going to be expanding on this, and it'll be great to follow Baron. All right. Well, he's got everything here in archived. He's got his most 20 recent articles, and then you can go back and find everything else he has. But looking at this, I think the hard thing with a blog layout, and probably with so much great content, is organizing it. So that would probably be the one suggestion I'd like to see Baron improve on the Effortless Gent, is the way in which to find things. He's got a great, I believe he has a search bar right over here. Yep. And so you could search if you know what you're looking for. And I guess you could just go, look back. We go from April 2011 all the way back to, wow, 2009. So yes, he has been around just over almost a year and a half. But that is all I have. Again, this is Antonio over at Real Men Real Style, and I'll see you in the comments.